Well, I think that there are four main topics within the title of the seminar itself. So the power of the people is greater than the people in power, and that's fairly self-explanatory. But the four things that are important are networks, the nature of connectedness and how that's changing human behaviour. Content, how do you engage people for a cause, which is the third thing. So networks, content, cause, and then people, because without the people, ultimately, those three things don't have any meaning. So when you combine people, networks, a fantastic cause that people are prepared to die for, and then content to engage them and activate them, how could you apply, how can you look at what happened in Tahrir Square and is happening across the Middle East, the whole Arab Spring phenomenon? What can you learn from that to apply to brands and how they talk to consumers? One thing that I will be saying is we're not trivializing what happened. The people that we're getting, or that are on the panel, are essentially people that are involved in content, stories, they're filmmakers and they're activists, and they understand how to engage people at a cause level. So we're going to be talking to them about what they think is in something, because obviously at our heart we're all consumers of things. So the most successful organising principle the world has ever known is the simple guarantee that we can buy and do things for no other point than our own happiness. And even Osama bin Laden sent runners out to get Coke and Pepsi and Nestle chocolate milk. So at our heart, even though self-determination and democracy and freedom are what those people were fighting for, that was a means to an end. And the end is just to live a life where they can do things that they want to do. And those things often involve the consumption of whether it's soap or basic products or, you know, Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So sort of underneath it all, there is something that is very relevant to our industry, in that everybody, whether you're an activist in Tahrir Square or you're someone sitting in LA or in wherever you might be, we're all consumers. And how do you engage people now? So I'm going to talk about the fact that governments and brands and organisations tend to run vertically, top down. People tend to organise themselves horizontally. And horizontalism, if you like, is destroying vertical organisations, whether that's governments or brands. Or when I say destroying, it's exposing, because information can move so much quicker and is much more transparent and open and honest. Underneath, I think the theme is this organising principle that I talked about, which is this guarantee that people can do and buy things for no other purpose than their own happiness, is ultimately what unites us as human beings. And whether you want to call that Western democracy or capitalism or self-determination or freedom, it's sort of irrelevant. It's the fact that this simple principle, when you actually analyse China or the Middle East or any of these places where you don't have Western democracies, that's all people want. People want to be able to self-determine. And whether that means going to buy some soap or a can of Coca-Cola or simply get access to medical care, they want to be able to decide how and when to do that.